I refused to let my half-sister see my dying mother after my father spent years forcing a fake family dynamic on us. My father cheated on my mother when I was young, and my 11-year-old half-sister Emma is the result of that affair. When my mom discovered the infidelity, she immediately left my dad and filed for divorce. It was an incredibly difficult time because my father tried using me to get back together with my mom, expecting her to help raise his affair baby, as if we could all just become one happy blended family. Instead, he ended up raising Emma alone because her biological mother abandoned her when she was only 2 months old. From the moment Emma could talk, my father started this twisted campaign to make my mother into her mother too. He taught her to call my mom Mama when she was learning to speak, talked about my mom as if she were our mom instead of just mine, and would punish me whenever I tried to correct this narrative. He insisted that since Emma was my sister and I loved her, I should want my mom to love her too. We'd fight constantly because I told him I didn't love Emma and that he was making everything so much harder for me by forcing this fake relationship. I hated being at my dad's house because of his obsession with making my mom into Emma's mother. As Emma got older, things became even worse because she started actively seeking out my mom's attention and affection. She wanted hugs and love from a woman who wanted nothing to do with her, and my mom would lose it with my dad because she was repulsed by the idea of Emma calling her mama or mom. My mom made it clear she had no desire to be involved with the child who represented the destruction of her marriage. Eventually, my mom was awarded primary custody of me, and I only had to see my dad for a few hours each month. I could tell Emma was confused by the whole situation, but I never felt protective of her, and I never blamed my mom for wanting nothing to do with her. My mom made sure she saw Emma as little as possible to avoid the awkward interactions where Emma would try to seek maternal affection from her. The situation reached a crisis point 2 years ago when my dad ended up hospitalized for over a month and Emma was placed in foster care. My dad expected my mom to take Emma in during his illness, but my mom told him to go screw himself. Emma couldn't understand why she wasn't staying with me and my mom when her dad was sick, and the whole thing became a nightmare. My dad tried to make me responsible for Emma's care, but I refused, and so did my mom. My dad's health never fully recovered from that incident. Now my mom is terminally ill and spending her final weeks in the hospital, which is already incredibly difficult for me to handle. But my dad told Emma she could visit my mom, and we've had to actively prevent them from getting anywhere near her room. That hasn't stopped my dad from showing up at the hospital with Emma, which upsets her because she knows my mom is dying but doesn't understand why she can't see her. My mom is too sick to even be aware of what's happening, but I refuse to disrespect her wishes by allowing Emma into her room. A couple of days ago, I warned my dad that he's going to lose Emma the same way he lost me if he doesn't find a way to tell her the truth about why she can't see my mom. He asked me why I have to be so hateful toward her and why I couldn't allow her this one small thing. Then he tried to manipulate me by bringing up his own ongoing health issues, saying he could die before my mom or within a year, and asking if I really wanted Emma to be treated this way. He tried to guilt trip me about what would happen to her, but I told him my only concern is my mom and he needs to do better by his daughter. He called me evil and said Emma never held any responsibility for any of this mess, but he continues showing up with her anyway. The truth is, my dad created this entire situation by lying to Emma for her whole life about who my mom is to her. He's the one who built up these false expectations and attachments, and now he's angry that reality doesn't match the fantasy he created. My mom never consented to be Emma's mother, and she shouldn't be forced into that role during her final days just because my dad can't handle the consequences of his own deception. I feel terrible for Emma because she's just a child caught in the middle of adult mistakes, but that doesn't mean my dying mother should have to accommodate feelings that were artificially created through years of manipulation. My dad needs to finally tell Emma the truth about their relationship instead of continuing to traumatize everyone involved with his delusions about what this family should look like.